Gone Girl is a new movie featuring Ben Affleck. If you haven't seen any of the previews for it, we actually have a trailer for you. Take a look.
As you all know, my wife, Amy Elliott Dunn, disappeared 3 days ago. I had nothing to do with the disappearance of my wife. I have nothing to hide.
Has Amy got friends we can talk to?
No, not really.
You don't know if she has friends, you don't know what she does all day, and you don't know your wife's blood type.
I will practice believing my husband loves me, but I could be wrong.
I watched the movie. It's a really good movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to see it. I mean, I haven't been to the movies in probably a year and a half at this point, but it looks good. I want to see it as well. Well, there's a scene in the movie that's actually getting a lot of attention. Apparently, there's an oral sex scene where Ben Affleck is performing on the female character. And the reason why it's getting a lot of attention is because of something I didn't know before. Apparently, back in the day, if you had an oral sex scene with a man performing on a woman,
Yeah. It's like, la, 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 la.
it would usually get an NC-17 rating, which is movie suicide, right? Like, it's just not good. It's not going to get enough. A lot of movie theaters will not distribute it. So the Daily Beast talked about this in a little more detail. They said the following. In the past, a scene like that depicting a woman well on her way to achieving orgasm would have earned the film a big, ugly NC-17 rating from the relentless prudes at the Motion Picture Association of America. And apparently there were movies in the past that had to deal with this, okay? Evan Rachel Wood was in one of those movies, and she was really upset when she found out that her film also got an NC-17 rating. She tweeted about it and she wrote the following. After seeing the new cut of Charlie Countryman, I would like to share my disappointment with the MPAA, who thought it was necessary to censor a woman's sexuality once again. The scene where the two main characters make love was altered because someone felt that seeing a man give a woman oral sex made people uncomfortable, but the scenes in which people are murdered by having their heads blown off remained intact and unaltered. This is a symptom of a society that wants to shame women and put them down for enjoying sex, especially when Gasp, the man, isn't getting off as well. It's hard for me to believe that had the roles been reversed, it still would have been cut. So, look, I don't know if this is like a man versus woman thing, right? But it is kind of interesting that that like weird double standard existed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not necessarily buying the whole man versus woman thing, but she of course has an undeniable point about violence versus sex, right? I mean, people getting, eviscerated and decapitated. It's all so much worse. I got kids. Whenever I see those violent images, I'm like, I got to get them away from the screen, right? Sex, nudity, whatever. I mean, they see nude people all the time. So I'm not as freaked out by that. And now, we all know what every scene is, right? Every scene where a woman is getting oral in the movies is the exact same, okay? She arches her back, okay? And you see her, like, stomach area like this, and you'll see her rib cage because they're all skinny, okay? And then you'll see her hair go back, like, and then you'll hear, like, okay, it's all the same. I just did it for you in the most unappealing way. Okay, so let's all calm down. Yes, women also get oral. Yes, you shouldn't get an NC-17 rating for it. It's a perfectly fine part of the movie. You're only going to get uncomfortable if you're watching it with your parents.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And it's kind of interesting because in Black Swan, they had that uncomfortably long oral sex scene between Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman, right?
Wrong again.
It lasted
worst use of an adjective.
Ever. So apparently when a woman performs on another woman...
Wonderfully long. Okay, yes?
Are you done?
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. God, I got to bring back the ding, 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 ding for all your pervy moments.
Okay, but I mean, it's indisputable. I mean, I don't know anyone who watched that movie and any guy that watched that movie and didn't think.
Guys like the oral sex scene between the
two
women.
really hot women.
Weird,
yeah.
right. I got it.
Okay, that should be like more PG-13. Like, that's fine.
So anyway, Ryan Gosling had to deal with this as well. He released a statement about how his film also had to deal with an NC-17 rating. There's plenty of oral sex scenes in a lot of movies where it's a man receiving from a woman, and they're R-rated. Ours is reversed, and somehow it's perceived as pornographic. Black Swan has an oral scene, which is what I was referring to, between two women, and that's an R rating, but ours is between a husband and his wife, and that's an NC-17. So yeah, he's absolutely right about that. I really never noticed that was the case, but apparently this is what goes on in Hollywood.
Well, you see, if you have enough of those cases, no matter what we think of men versus women and whether it should make a difference or not, apparently it has in several cases made a difference, and that is obviously unjustifiable.
Yeah.
When in reality, we should be fine with everybody giving each other oral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oral is great.
for everyone.